Whoa, we're live. Welcome to another Untangled. I look like it's blurry. Hold on. Why does it look so dark? There. I'm not a big fan of my lighting right now. But it is what it is. What can we do about it? Hi, you guys. Hello, hello. I didn't wake up in this good of a mood, but I am in a really fantabulous mood. I do not like my lighting. Hello. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Bridget. Hi, Cookbook app. Hi, Paula. Hi, Tina. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Deanna. It's so good to see you guys. Hi, Tiffany, Mara, Lapis. Oh, Lapis Lazuli. I like that, Crystal. Hi, Michael Hicks, Sweet Fairyish, Thomas. It's good to see you. Kat, Megan, Katie, Kelly, Miley, Sherry, Stephanie. What's up, my friend? Wendy. Hi, Wes. Okay, so this is Untangled, episode 47. We're going to get right into it because I have a line right after this. I was just on Instagram Live talking about this sweatshirt that I have on, my Aviator Nation sweatshirt, which I love. I look tired today. I look tired. I'm not tired, but I look tired. All right. Let's do this. Can you guys hold on one sec? Yes, I'm drinking Starbucks. People are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're drinking Starbucks. Okay. Okay, before I get started on what I'm going to talk about today, which is going to be a little more personal than normal, but that's what we do in Untangled. I have one quick announcement is that I will be in Toronto on May 24th for an in-person event, and the link is down below. May 24th, Toronto. I would love to see you there. It's in 9 days. It'd be incredible to see you in person. I'll have my books. I'll sign my books, and we'll talk. We'll hang out. We'll do some Q&A. It'll be good. Good times. Lots of good times. Okay, what a crazy time to be on the planet. How are you guys doing? So many people have been reaching out to me lately asking, like, saying that they've just been feeling really like wobbly, or like just things just feel it always feel wobbly. I'm like, kind of always feels wobbly to me. But there's something that feels a little bit unsettling right now on the planet. But also really exciting. I think a lot of people right now are jumping into new ways of working in the world, just new things. A lot of new opportunities, I think, are arising for people, whether it's positive or negative, good or bad. There's a lot of newness, a lot of being forced into or pushed into new experiences. But I wanted to talk about something I am going through. Get it out, Lori. What I'm going through. And I'm going to share it because I have always been someone that has always been a tad bit. I'll start by saying this. One of the paradigms that I believe that we are tearing down, breaking out of, breaking apart, is a paradigm, especially if you are in the self-help spiritual community. This paradigm that there is somebody that has the knowledge, or there is the teacher up here, and then there is the student down below. And there is this hierarchy. And the ones that are the students are a little bit more vulnerable, susceptible, in desperation, in need of assistance, in need of help. And we look up to the teacher. We look up to the one that supposedly has more knowledge, knows more, maybe has gone through it, maybe is even doing what it is that you want to do. And so for a very long time, there's been this looking up at putting people on a pedestal. And that's an absolute program and paradigm that is going to be crumbling if you aren't already watching it crumble right now. It's something that I've been very aware of. And one of the ways in which it's going to crumble, right? This idea that somebody that you watch, somebody that has millions of followers, somebody that has written tons of books, it's not to say they don't have a ton of knowledge. It's not to say that they aren't very well equipped with what they're speaking about. That's not the discussion. The discussion is the energy of I'm better than, I'm above you, I know more than you, blah, blah, blah. That energy. Follow me, pay me, do this, do that. I'll show you the way. Um, you can't escape what we're going through, which is an evolution in human consciousness. The humility in that is that no matter who you are, no matter what you teach, and no matter what you know, even no matter what you've gone through, you will be pummeled into your darkest shadow. You will be pummeled into the parts of you within you that you have pushed away so much, so deeply, and you think that you have healed it so much that it will arise. It will pop up. Things are going to continue to pop up for humanity, no matter who you are. It doesn't really matter. It's inevitable. And so we're all being pummeled into humility, authenticity, discernment, absolute truest expression of who we are. And if you're a teacher, you know that that's very difficult because there are fine lines between sharing your own personal life and doing your profession, which I completely respect and I completely understand. There's a time and a space for kind of sharing your own personal experiences and being that teacher, okay, that's sharing knowledge and gifting people with the information that you have. The problem that I have right now, what I'm seeing is that um, there is this egoic structure that is continuing to play out where those that are looking up to specific teachers or whoever it is, they're feeling bad about themselves. They're feeling like they won't be able to reach where this person is. They're feeling like they're less than. They're feeling there because there's a comparison, right? And it's not that the teacher needs to, you know, share all of their like absolute vulnerable experiences in life. It's just that there has to be a balancing out where the teacher, whatever it is, in whatever capacity, has to start to humble themselves back down into this leveling playing field where you are absolutely no better than or less than the person that's listening to you, that's sitting next to you. And there are these personas that we put on as teachers. We hit play on a video and then we show up and we present a certain way. We go on to Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and you actually hit like a little record button, right? Or you do a podcast and it's like, okay, you're on. It's record time. You show up in a character. There's very few teachers that I could count on my hand that actually show up authentically, and you can feel those. And the reason I'm saying this is because, one, I've been shown a couple of pretty well-known teachers that have done some pretty crazy stuff that would blow people's minds, blow their minds. But I've had an experience recently, about 6 months ago, with somebody that has a nice following and was a friend of mine. And they did something that ruined our friendship. And they did something that if their followers knew, It would be pretty devastating. And I don't think this is a rare occasion. I don't think this is something random. This is this is how the human psyche works, you know. We have dark, deep shadow within us. We have trauma that comes out, and a lot of times what we see on screen is not that part of the person. And that's not to say that this person is bad. This is just to say that we have to really recognize, we have to stop putting teachers and people that you watch on pedestals because you don't know them. And it's just continuing to create this hierarchy, which is so disempowering, so disempowering. We think that we know people because we watch them every day, or we watch them every week, um, and we don't. You don't. And it's hard. It's that cognitive dissonance where you can't really wrap your head around the potential of somebody perhaps not meeting your expectation of who you think or how you think they should be. You look at teachers and you're like, "Oh, they must be so their life must be so great and they, this and that." And we have to break that down. That's not to say that you look at a teacher and say, "Oh my god, they've got massive trauma," you know, but you have to recognize that where is your programming at? Where are you, how are you viewing this person? Are you judging your own self based on how this person is teaching you something? Meaning, are you thinking, well, they must have it all together, so there's something wrong with me? Well, they're always happy that there's something wrong with me. Well, they seem to know how to do everything. They're super this, they're super that, they're whatever, and there's something wrong with me. That's what you want to pay attention to. That's what you want to pay attention to because you don't know that person. You don't know what they're like behind closed doors, right? And their teachings may be profound and powerful, but you may be more kind-hearted than they've ever been. You may be more compassionate than they've ever been. You may actually know how to navigate your life better than they do. That's the truth. Just because people have knowledge that they can share and teach and they've written books and they've got like, advanced teachings doesn't mean that they're a better human than you are. It's this is gonna come out. These wolf in sheep's clothing, it's going to be revealed all over. It's gonna just keep being shown to us. So this same person who I took out of my life, I couldn't have this person in my life any longer because of what they did. Um, it was really, really devastating. An example, another incident came up a couple days ago of something they had done when I was hanging out with them. And my stomach dropped, and I got sick to my stomach, and I was shocked. I was like, "Absolutely not. There's no freaking way this person did this again. No way. No way, no way, no way." And it was heartbreaking. And one of the it was heartbreaking because you don't wanna see people in the light that they show themselves in behind closed doors. You just don't. It's especially if it's a good friend of yours, um, and it's something that harms you. If you think about what's happening in the world right now, we are, and especially in 2020, in 2021, 2022, so many of us had this thing that we call cognitive dissonance. You'll see this in the communities where people are above you, thinking that they're better than you because they teach all this stuff and they have millions of followers. It's all bullshit, but uh there's this thing, right? Cognitive dissonance where somebody has a role like our president or people in leadership roles. And you start to find out things about these individuals and you're like, holy shit, there's no way the government's going to lie to me. There's no way the government's going to put my health at risk just to make millions and trillions and billions of dollars. There's no way they would tell me these things and it's an absolute lie. There's no way they're going to stare at me in the face and lie to me. Yes, they will. So too will your teachers. So too will your friends. Why? Not because they're bad people, because we're in an evolution in human consciousness and we have to see what we have been in. People's shadows, their deepest traumas are going to peek their heads out because it's asking the human to change. My friend, who I'm no longer friends with, right, has the opportunity to see this trauma, has the opportunity to look and see what they did, how they showed up, what they chose to do, what they chose to say. It's not up to me to change that person at all. My role is to just speak my truth, keep my heart open as much as I possibly can, have compassion for the fact that this person has some trauma that they play out behind the scenes, and it hurts perhaps people in their community, right? But as long as I speak my truth, I hold firm boundaries, I listen to my intuition, I have discernment, the cards will fall as they will with this individual's choices. You can't change people, right? You can't. And it's heartbreaking. You see it out in the world. You know, this friend of mine stared me in the face and lied to me in such a horrific way that had pretty bad consequences that it's mind-boggling. You're like, Why would you do that? If a good friend can do that to you, what do you think the government's doing? You know, what do you like? And again, this isn't to look out in the world and say, "Oh my God, everybody's screwed. We're all messed up. We're all going to lie to each other." That's not what I'm saying here, right? If anything, this is only going to open up your heart more. It's going to give you more empowerment. It's going to make you see that we are all equal, that we are all on the same playing field. You know, that no matter who you are, no matter how you show up in the world, no matter whether you're on social media or not, whether you have thousands and billions and millions of followers or not, that doesn't make you who you are. We live in a world now where if you have millions of followers, then you're better than. You know, if you have thousands and billions of views on a video, you're better than. It's a messed up world we're in. It's a deep, deep program. We don't even realize that we are falling into it. It's not real, it's an illusion. It's an absolute illusion. And then people build these egoic structures around you know, these views or these followings or whatever this is. And it's all it's all like Play-Doh. It's like this Play-Doh land that we're creating that isn't real. It has to fall. The whole thing has to fall. The whole thing has to break. You know, and in the meantime, this idea of better a person that's up here and a student that's down here that's trying to get up there, it's just going to get louder and louder and louder. And it's going to get more and more obvious. You know, you're going to start seeing it more and more. And the key is to really pay attention to your intuition. Like really pay attention to your discernment. Not just with people that you follow and people that you pay and, you know, the government systems and all these things out there, your doctors, your dentists, whoever, but also paying attention to the friends in your life. You know, it's hard when your intuition is telling you one thing and what you want to be true is telling you the other, meaning that you're hanging out with someone that you think is just freaking incredible. Incredible. They're just like the bee's knees, whatever the hell that phrase means, the bee's knees. I don't even know what that means, but that's a statement, I'm pretty sure. The bee's knees. Um, what does that mean, the bee's knees? Thank you, Deanna, for the super chat. What is the bee's knees? Um, anybody know what the bee's knees means? Anyways, you're hanging out with someone that you think is like, "What?" The cat's meow, exactly. And then your intuition is like, "Something's not right. Something's not right. Something's not right." and you can feel that something's not right, you know? Bees do not have knees. But you don't wanna believe your intuition, so you're like, "No, this person's good, this person has good intentions," and, what you'll notice, what you've probably already noticed, what you will notice is that perhaps that intuition was correct, but you just didn't wanna trust it or believe it because it would have created a reality that would have broken your heart, you know? And so all of what I'm sharing right now, the cat's pajamas, um, the cat's pajamas, I've never heard that. Never heard of the cat's pajamas, Angela. All of this to say, we have got to break out of these patterns. The patterns and the programs of somebody being above you. No one's above you. No teacher. I mean, we are born into this structure. You follow what the teacher says, you follow what the policeman says, you follow what authority says, right? You have to follow the rules. And on one level, yeah, I get that. That's how like that's how society works, okay? But it, it's breaking apart. This whole structure, this whole societal structure is breaking apart. And you're going to see it really clearly if you are in communities where you follow people, where you are believing what people say because of their following, because of how famous they are, because of the knowledge they have. Knowledge and beingness are two different things. It doesn't mean that they don't have that you don't want to listen to their knowledge because their knowledge gifts you so much juice, right? But who they are as a human may be very different. And that's where you want to make sure that you have that really clear in your head. And you stop doing this with people. We have to stop doing this. And if you're a teacher and if you're out there teaching and selling things and doing, you've got to stop acting like you're better than people. You're some influencer that influences. Even the word influencer is frightening. It's sick. I'm an influencer. I'm influencing you. Think about that. That is not good. Why would I want to influence you? I don't want to influence you. I want to remind you of who the freak you are. Right? Like these subtle, tiny little programmed ways in which we don't even realize we're still in this deep, deep program. People pay people online to be influencers so that they make you buy things or they make you it's no different than television. It's just now on a social media app. It's the same program. It's the same thing. It's perpetuating. We're here to break out of these really, really, really um, ingrained systems where we just follow what people say. If this person looks really great and they live a beautiful life, they can't be deceptive. They can't be manipulative. They can't be, um, you know, uh, harmful. We gotta keep our eyes. You gotta keep your eyes open even more. This is the beginning. May 16, 2023. In a couple years, this system has to break down, so it's just a matter of time. The system being that hierarchy of teacher student. Whatever word you want to use, teacher, influencer, um, uh, motivational speaker, whatever that is. Like it's not that it's a bad thing. It's that we've got to stop the hierarchy. That's all. We got to stop looking up to these people. Seriously. Nobody knows what's happening behind closed doors. It doesn't mean that you don't respect their knowledge and their information, but you stop making them God. You stop following just because they say something, you're just gonna go do it, that we're becoming sovereign. We're discerning. Does that feel right? Does that not feel right? Why am I following this person? Why am I listening to this? Why 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 am I if they tell me that this is this is how you do something and I'm not doing it the right way or the correct way, why am I listening to them? Does it feel right? Empowering yourself. Really empowering yourself. So it's an interesting world, you guys. Everyone. Discernment with everything. Discernment with and keeping your heart open, knowing that everybody's doing the best they can, but also putting boundaries around yourself. Like for me, when this happened and then it happened again a couple of days ago, there was a part of me that really wanted to scream. I really wanted to call this person up, call them and freak out on them. I wanted to rage. I wanted my voice to be heard by them. Like, it's not okay what you did. Part of me wanted to go and share it on social media, warn people, right? Part of me wanted to just get on and let him know, or hey, you do this again and it's not going to be good. And then I just sat and I said, Lori, everyone's doing the best they can. And would you rather hold anger and resentment and rage in you, or would you rather hold compassion and empathy? You know, it doesn't mean that it's okay what happened. It doesn't mean that I don't feel into it every once in a while and feel disgust and whatever I felt or feel. But then it becomes a choice, right? No, I'm not talking about Phil. Not talking about Phil Good. I love Phil. Um, you have a choice. You have a choice in what you want to anchor into your reality. You know, you have a choice of how you want to see the world. You have a choice. It's not, and this choice is not about negating what's arising, that there may be people in your life that are wolves in sheep's clothing, maybe out there in the world of social media land. Most likely there are. But it's the choice that you're going to make you're making to see the world. I'm going to see that people are good. I want to see that people are actually helping others, that they want to make a difference. This is the paradox of this world. This is the dark and the light. This is the good and the bad. This is the part that humans have the most difficult time with, is this idea that the dark can't exist. The evil can't exist. I'm going to pretend that people can't be bad. They can't be mean. I'm only going to focus on the light and the love and the positivity. You're going to get pummeled. You're going to be jaw dropped if you haven't already in this world, right? You have to hold all of it. And then from that place of holding all of it, you're standing in all of that's the quantum field. If you're trying to just only focus on something positive and light and love, you're actually denying the quantum field that you are in, whether you want to be in it or not. It's like somebody puts you in a park and you're like, "Nope, I'm in a desert. I'm in a desert." It's like, "You're in a park with trees everywhere." "No, no, 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 no," and river and, like, flowers. You're like, "Nope, I'm in a desert. I'm in a desert." You're denying where you are, the quantum field. And the quantum field means that everything is available right here, right now, including the darkness, the evil, the not so fun to look at, the shadowy parts of the human, right? The parts of the human that come out where they hurt people or they're mean or they lie or whatever that is, okay? So that is here and it's going to continue to show up. But so too is amazing people that do amazing things, and are so profoundly loving and humble, and service oriented, right? So how do you make sure that you are aware of this, but you are focusing on this, right? My girlfriend Brandy is in treatment for breast cancer, and they were at a hotel where they were gifted a weekend away. I love this story. I have to share it. They were gifted this hotel stay away for a weekend during Mother's Day. It's a foundation in Florida for people that are in cancer treatments. And so the hotel gives them these gift cards to use when they are out and about at the resort. And so they went to a grocery store at the resort and they were getting all this food. They had no money and they actually don't have any money, right? So they're going through a lot of stuff financially, so they don't have money. And so were depending upon these gift cards to buy everything when they were there. They were at the store, they had this food, some snacks. Their son had opened up the Skittles or whatever and they were already eating the food, and they get to the register and the gift card wasn't working. And Brandy says to the guy that was checking them out, she's like, "I don't have any money. I have no money." And he's like, "Try it again, try it again." So she tries it again and she puts it in, he and he's like, "It's not going through." And she's like, I can't pay for these." And without saying a thing, the guy that was checking her out pulls out his ATM card and swipes the machine. He goes, "Don't worry about it. I'll pay for your groceries." She didn't say, "Hey, I am in cancer treatment. Both of my boobs are going to be removed on June 2nd. I don't have any money in my bank account. My grandma just died 3 days ago. My father died 3 weeks ago. My insurance company isn't accepting, isn't working any longer, so they won't take my treatment stuff." All this stuff she's going through. She didn't say any of that. He just knew, and he swiped it, and you know she was just in tears and she walked away with her groceries, and it was just that's humanity. That's the heart of humanity. That's the power and beauty of humans. That's out there every day, all day. That's what we remember. That's what we remember. And so how can we do that every day for humanity? No matter how dark it may get, no matter how corrupt people may be, no matter how we continue to watch this, like, "I'm better than you because I'm this, and follow me, and do this, and pay me thousands of dollars to make you believe that you don't have the power to be empowered," whatever the fuck's going on out there, right? There are humans that will love you no matter what. There are humans that will take care of you. There are humans that will give you the shirt off their backs. There are humans that will take you in. There are humans that will just listen to you. There are humans that will love you and hug you and smile at you. There are strangers that will remind you of how amazing you are. And they're not on social media with 2 billion million followers, trying to convince you of something. They're just a fellow human walking the streets with you, trying to survive, trying to get by. That's life. That's what's real. That's what's real. And if we ever find ourselves in a situation where the shit hits the road or the shit hits the road, whatever that's called. I don't know the saying. And we need each other, it's the everyday humans you come in contact that are going to help. It's your neighbors, it's your family, it's the people closest to you. It's the people you see every day at the grocery store. It's your community, whoever they are, whether you know them or not. Believe it or not, the person you see every day at the coffee shop, they're the ones that are going to show up. Watch. The ones that we pass every day on the streets, they're the ones. It's these little things in life. It's the little ones, us, the little people that are gonna be the ones that are gonna have the potential to really change the world. That's not to say that there aren't thousands and hundreds of people that are super famous and, on social media doing amazing, great things. They're not gonna change the world. They already are changing the world. I'm just saying pay attention to, um, who you think the superheroes are. The superheroes are the ones checking out your groceries. The superhero is the one dropping off your mail. The superhero is the person that's in the gas station that you always go to in the taking your money. That's the superhero. Not the person that's all beautiful on social media telling you what to do and how to live life and how to breathe and how to, whatever. Even though that's what I do. I'm not the one showing up in your life necessarily in person. Life's changing. Things are changing. Things are going to continue to change. We've gone through a lot the last couple of years. We have a little bit of PTSD. We're kind of bringing ourselves back down from that massive rattling. We're just crossing our fingers like, somehow everything's going to be okay. We're going to get back to normal. And I think it's just a little pause, a little time out because we are in a massive human evolution. A massive evolutionary shift in human consciousness. We've just started. You're telling me that it's just gonna even out and we're gonna be good? The evolution in human consciousness means that we have to see all of the unconscious that we are in. And what that means is that you have to see all of the unconscious in you that's been playing out, all of the trauma, all of the limiting beliefs, all the things you don't like about yourself that you're hiding, pretending, trying not to be. All of us are. Every single human on the planet. Which is why the ego is gonna get bigger, the spiritual ego is gonna get bigger, the teacher ego is gonna get bigger. We also have to see all of the trauma in the collective out there in the world. All the things that we've been buying into, all of the lies, all of the manipulation, and whatever is going to unravel next will unravel next. It's part of this natural process of evolution. It's what's happening. So we're in this phase right now where it's like, please, dear God, give us a little more time before something else rattles us. But every single one of you is being prepared for what's next. Every single one of you is has most likely opened your hearts more than you ever have before in your life. I guarantee it. Most of you have probably felt more emotion than you've ever felt in your entire life. Most of you have probably been pummeled into some sort of figuring out a flow state in ways that you've never really known you could be in. A lot of you are letting go of so many things in your life that have kept you attached, you know. You've probably been stepping into a tad bit, if not a massively large, um, lifestyle where it's more simple. Life is becoming more simple. A lot of you have changed careers or are thinking about it. Why do you think this is happening? Why do you think so many of us are going through the same things? Oh, just what's happening right now. Really? Really? The hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that are experiencing very similar life-changing moments the way you are is just random? I don't think so. It's a collective, it's a large, massive human collective shift in consciousness, ways of being, ways of being, how you show up in the world. It's a wave that's going to take us. It's already taking us. It's why you're here on the planet. Everything that you're in, everything you're questioning, everything you're wondering, every why this, why that is a preparation for what's to come. It's preparing you and it's preparing the world for whatever is next to continue to propel us through an evolution in states of consciousness, how we are here to be in this world. We're moving out of fear. We're moving out of corruption. We're moving out of mind control. We're moving out of controlled states. We're moving out of more of a dualistic right wrong. We're moving into more flow. We're moving into more peace. We're moving into more allowing. We're moving into more creativity. We're moving into more faith. Um, we're moving into more empowerment, discernment. We're moving into we're moving out of these systems that have controlled us, where we think that money is the one and only way to secure a good life, and we're moving into more community-based living. There's just so much that's happening in a way and in a speed and frequency that's never been seen before on the planet, not in this capacity. And it's all divine. It's all exactly the way it's supposed to be, you know? So it's one big evolution. So just juggle it all. Juggle the paradox, you guys. Let people disappoint you. Let them show you their true colors, because they will. We got to stop buying into this paradigm that putting people on pedestals. That's got to really stop, in my opinion. Humanity, whoever you are or whoever it is going to they're going to be pummeled into more humility over and over and over and over and over again. Being humble, being authentic, being your truest expression as much as you possibly can. We're not used to that. We're used to putting on a happy face or putting on a facade, putting on a costume, you know. The human is designed to just be its expression in each moment, whatever that expression is. But we're not safe yet to do that. We get ridiculed, we get judged. There are rules, there's ways of being, there's ways of showing up. You know, you don't go to work and just start crying because of, you're going through a divorce and then you just break down. But I would say, well, you go to the bathroom and cry and break down, you know? Yeah, there are definitely protocols in how you show up in the world, but being your truest expression in every moment, even with the societal sort of ways of being, is what we're all being pummeled into, you know? Just pay attention. Keep your heart open. Find more humility with yourself. Look at what you're focusing on. What are you still judging about yourself? What are you still denying about yourself? What are you still trying to suffocate and push down about yourself? You're already God. You're already perfect. That's the crazy thing. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. You're right here, right now is your most beautiful expression. It's God in form. It's you right here with your breath. You're home. And then you're just going to tell me all of these thoughts that tell you that you're not home, that you're not perfect, that it's not good, that it's not safe. And then I would say, unfortunately or fortunately, the God spark that you are is right here, right now within you. It's available with every breath you take. And by the way, there's absolutely nothing you have to do to find it. Meaning you don't have to heal yourself to find the God that you are, the perfection of who you are right here, right now. No, I've got to do this or I got to do that. There's no way that's true because I do this and I do that. Even my friend that did what they did, there is a spark of God in them as well, in every moment and in every breath they take. It doesn't mean that trauma still isn't expressed through that human expression. The self-identified human still is going to play in the trauma. But even then, in every moment of every breath, the God essence that you are is there. It's available. It just is. It's yours. Every breath. There is perfection. And then you look out in the world and you're like, oh, there's these hierarchies and there's these this and that. It's like, yes, that's true. 100%. And God is emanating through all of us as this spark of light. God is the word that is used or that I use, but it's not something that's outside of you. It's not something that's bigger than you. It's you. It's you. There is a deep, deep compassion that you hold for yourself that is undeniable. And most of your life, you have been pulled away from that compassion. That it is okay for you to be you, the you that you think you are in this world. That it is okay to take up space. It's okay to be you. The God within you that's sitting back in the hammock, kind of watching the you that you think you are, is just smiling. You are incredible, it's saying. That's you telling you you're incredible. You've never had to do anything for you to know that you're incredible. Nothing. It's that simple. You mean I can just allow all the trauma to arise and I can play it out and watch it play out and then choose new ways and yeah. You mean I can ignore all of it and just pretend I'm fine? Yeah. You mean I can continue to just really struggle and not know what to do and scream and kick and fight? Yeah. Perfect. You're incredible. What else? But how can I be incredible if I'm uncomfortable and I'm miserable and I'm not happy? Because it's not you. You think it's you. It's not you. You're incredibly amazing and courageous for being in what you're in. What else? What else do you got? Pretty sure you can't tell me one thing about you that you are experiencing that isn't you that would convince me, the God spark that you are, that you're not enough, that you're not good enough, that you shouldn't be loved, that there's something wrong with you. It's just the you that you think you are convincing you in your head with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your programming. So you continue to argue for the limitations that you think you are. And the God that you are within you, behind it all, is just saying, you're perfect. What else? You're perfect. What else? You're already home. What we're going to notice more and more, I've got to get going. I have my last day of my Align class. But what you're going to notice even more is that you're going to stop needing other people to tell you who you are. You're going to stop needing other people to show you the way. It's going to get a lot simpler in the next couple of years. Well, it's going to get intense, but you're going to realize it's truly so simple. You don't need all these steps. You don't need to read all these books necessarily. You just sit with your breath. Get curious with your breath. Get curious with your body. Get curious with stillness. Letting your thoughts get louder. Letting your emotions get more intense. Observing it. Breathing through it, realizing, holy shit, this entire time I have been caught in mind. I have been programmed. I've been in a game. Holy shit. Are you telling me that all has been well this entire time? That God's been in me, as consciousness, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it? And I've been trying so hard to try to find it outside of me? Complicating it? Yep. And then we just go back out and keep doing it. But the more we remember this, the more we hear this, the more we know that this may or may not be true, but I'm going to maybe hold it a little bit as truth. The more that lens that aperture of that lens will increase. Meaning that throughout your day, you may say to yourself, I think there may be God inside of me. Maybe I'm whole right now. I don't know. I don't feel like it. My thoughts are telling me I'm not. I'm irritated and frustrated, but is God me here now with my breath in my body? Beingness? It's not spiritual. It's just a label we use. It's beingness. Realizing that you have never been any of what you think you have been this whole entire life is not spiritual. It's awareness. It's remembering your natural state of being. You can call it the spiritual path. You can call it self-help. You can call it, an awakening, whatever you want to call it. But all it is you remembering that you have never been every single thing that you have thought yourself to be. Coming back home into the awareness of, holy shit, with every breath I take, there is a stillness and a peace that can be found and seen, experienced and felt, that's absolute God or source or awareness or being or whatever you want to call it. That's an absolute truth. Nobody has ever been able to take that from you. No one can take it from you. But think of how often throughout our day we hand it all over to someone else. And the God that you are is just watching you saying, I'm right here. I'm right here. Show me how to get back to me. Show me how to go home. Show me how to find peace. Breathe. Get still. Listen to a bird. Look at a tree. It's that easy. It's that easy. All right, you guys, that's it. I gotta go and do. I don't gotta go and do. I'm doing my last day of Align 2.0. We're on day 21. This is the last day. What an absolute gift it has been to be with you guys today for Untangled episode 47. Got a little heated in the beginning. Found our way back to God, as always. Um, Thanks, Eric. Why do we forget so often? Because the physical world that we live in, this game, this matrix is intense. It's heavy. It's very, very physical. And you are energetic. You are consciousness. You are energy. So when energy moves into a physical world, the physical world takes over. Right? The physical world is what you believe. On top of the fact that there is deep, deep mind control. Very, very deep mind control. Our phones control us. There's a lot of control out there. That's why you forget. That's why you forget. All right, you guys, I'll see you next Tuesday for Untangled episode 48. Please pass this along to anybody that you think would benefit from the message. Keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, use discernment, listen to your intuition, give yourself more love, give others way more love, do something nice and kind to somebody that you don't know today. Do a random act of kindness. Let that domino effect amplify the frequency on the planet. That's the homework. Do a random act of kindness today for someone. All right. Love you guys, and I'll see you next Tuesday.